Hello and welcome everyone to the beautiful campus of the Wildcats here at Woods Cross High School in Woods Cross, Utah on this December night for fifth week action of Utah boys basketball here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Nate Thatcher, so happy to have you here with us tonight as we should be in for an excellent match between two new region foes looking to take a comfortable spot in their standings before finishing non-region play. It's the Woods Cross Wildcats taking on the Alta Hawks. For Woods Cross, the Wildcats are looking like the best team that since their state championship run 3 years ago. Woods Cross comes into tonight's contest unblemished with impressive close finishes along the way. The team is just coming off of a Friday night victory against region opponent Bountiful, where the Wildcats came wildly from behind after trailing 23-5 going into the second quarter. Look for senior Elliot Bendinger to continue his dominance as he can become a massive problem when he is on fire on the offensive side of the ball. Meanwhile for Alta, the Hawks are coming off of their first win in region play as well, with their victory coming up against the Brighton Bengals. Senior guard Dash Reiser continues to be the story of this squad as he is currently averaging 26.2 points per game and 6.4 assists per game. Both good for top three in the entire state of Utah. He isn't without help though on this Alta team. Look for senior Kobe Goodfellow to also be a key contributor here tonight, especially from the perimeter. Our starting lineup, starting with the Woods Cross Wildcats that are currently being introduced on the floor with the spotlight. It'll be seniors Bryson Watson and Marcus Steppen going alongside junior Madden Johnson. And of course, Elliot Bendinger will start alongside Nate Smith Meacham. For the Alta Hawks, they'll go with Dash Reiser, Kobe Goodfellow, Hayden Anderson, Colin Hansen, and Caleb Anderson, all seniors. And they're led by fifth-year head coach Travis Orn, who boasts a 90-23 record all-time. For Woods Cross, they're also led by fifth-year head coach, his name Josh Margetts, who boasts a 62-42 record. We should be in for a good matchup here tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We're so happy to have you here with us. It'll be the Woods Cross Wildcats as the home team in white with gray and navy blue trim. The Alta Hawks visiting in their road blacks with red and white trim. As mentioned in pregame, this will be the first time that both of these teams will face each other as new region foes here in Region 6, perhaps the most difficult region in the entire state of Utah. So here we go, tip-off, center court. It's going to be Anderson tipping off for the Hawks, and he'll be going up against Smith Meacham. Here we go. Tip-off up, away, early jump, and it will be controlled by Alta. Reiser's going to bring it across the timeline. He'll pick up his dribble. He finds Anderson. Lots of off-ball movement. Reiser collects once again. Nice pass down low. Anderson tip-off, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds. A foot just on the boundary. Kobe Goodfellow couldn't get back in. It's an early turnover for the Hawks. Woods Cross with a chance to take their first lead on their first possession. Here's Bendinger. Over to Steppen. Alta sticking on with a 2-3 defense here to start. Bendinger. Up top. Now it's Johnson. He kicks out Steppen. No one's able to infiltrate yet. Cross-court pass. Can the Wildcats come up with anything right here? Smith Meacham, he's going to drive. Pick and pop, turnaround jumper. Gets it to go. And Woods Cross takes a 2-0 lead. Here's Reiser the other direction. Guarded closely by Steppen. Wildcats going with a man defense. Reiser with a one-on-one. Step back jumper from the elbow. No good. Johnson with the board. Wildcats looking to go quick in transition. Here's Johnson. A 1v3. He goes up, and he's left it short. Nice defense that time by Hansen. Here come the Hawks the other way. Hayden Anderson, handoff to Caleb. Caleb's going to bring it out to Hansen. Hansen looking to get a screen. He's going to move right, take it himself. Now with the double team, ball's tipped around. Still being fought for. Hansen recollects, but throws it right over to the Wildcats. Here's Watson in transition. He'll take a three. No good. Reiser with the board. Dash. Looking to dash. Oh, going around a couple defenders, but now he'll bring it back out and slow things into half court. He's double teamed. Nice handoff. And a three-pointer's booked. Hayden Anderson. 3-2 Alta. So Madden Johnson now at the logo. He will also slow things down. Alta now moving into man defense. Johnson thought about a three. Gets it down low to Bendinger. Bendinger's got a one-on-one. Oh, tough turnaround, Jay. Can't fall. Anderson with the rebound. Reiser looking to get a screen. He does. Nice pass down low. Caleb Anderson can't finish on the reverse. Here's Bendinger moving around. And was tipped by Reiser for a moment, but he recollects. Here's Johnson now setting up the offense of the logo. He'll get a screen moving left. It's a roll. Meacham's got it up top. Smith Meacham looking to get it down. It's picked off. Here's Anderson in transition. And a foul will be called on a reach. And so Alta will inbound near sideline. That'll be the first foul of tonight's game. It'll go against Smith Meacham. So that will be his first. And Alta's actually going to inbound baseline. Reiser looking to tip it off for the Wildcats. He recollects. Now he's going to drive baseline. Looking to go shifty. Oh, tried to go behind the back, but it's picked off. Here come the Wildcats. Johnson stops at the three-point line and gives it back up top. Smith Meacham now recollects. They're trying to get it down low to Bendinger. Here's Johnson. He'll drive. Spin move down low. Can't get it. Rebound to Goodfellow. Here's Reiser. Back to Kobe. Into the corner. Hanson for three. No good. Rebound out to Woods Cross. Nice board that time from Watson. Woods Cross going to slow things down. Here's Steppen looking to get a screen right. Doesn't get it. It's a pick and pop. Watson, he's going to drive. Picks up his dribble. Almost picked off. Bendinger's trying to find it. He's got it. Layup up and blocked down low. What a block by Anderson. Here's Reiser the other direction. Weaving his way through. Anderson for three. Got it to go. Hayden Anderson from downtown. That's two triples for number two. 6-2 lead for Alta. Here's Watson over to Johnson. Johnson's going to swivel it around. He's got it up top. Off-ball movement. Three-pointer up. And in and out. A miss from Watson. Anderson the other direction to Goodfellow for three. Also in and out. Woods Cross bringing it across the timeline. Under 4 to go here in the first. Only one bucket for the Wildcats. Here's Smith Meacham. He'll fake it from the left elbow. Gets it outside. Watson, he's going to drive baseline. And it looks like we've got a foul that's going to be called against the Hawks. So it looks like Johnson is going to inbound baseline. The foul will go against Goodfellow. Here's Bendinger for three. It's short. Hanson with the rebound. Alta the other direction. Hanson down low. Bodies fly. And a blocking foul will be called against Woods Cross. Looks like that will send Hanson to the free throw line for two. So Hayden Anderson with the only two buckets for the Hawks so far. It's two D2D Millionaire three-pointers. It's raining threes, and it'll be raining sales when knocking doors if you train with Door to Door Millionaire. For more info, go to d2dmillionaire.com. Hanson missing the first. The 6'3 senior averages 7 points on the season and also 1.2 steals per game, so he's very effective on the defensive side. That makes things a 5-point game here. Steppen to Johnson. Johnson looking to get a screen from Bendinger. Instead, he's going to hand it off. Oh, and a nice pick and pop down low. Leaves Bendinger open for two on the right side. 7-4 our score. Nice move that time from Elliott. Reiser still looking to get his first points. He's double teamed. Now he's going to weave around. Still looking to get his first points, and he's picked off. Stepping with the steal. Reiser averaging over 26 points per game. He's got 0 through 6 minutes. Johnson for 3. Too strong, no good. Rebound falls out to Alta. Kingston Brown now checking into the game for the Hawks. Reiser. Step back 2. Tickles the twine. Nice shot from number 14. Back up to a 5-point game. Johnson picks up his dribble. High pass, Smith-Meacham, top of the key. Over to Steppen. Steppen gets a screen. Now he's going to drive middle of the floor. Kick out. Watson for 3. Short. Bendinger with a nice board. Smith-Meacham also down low. Oh, and a nice turnaround, Jay. Woods Cross taking control of the paint early on. It's 9-6. Alta leads. Reiser falls down. And it's another turnover for 14. An off night for Dash. Step into Bendinger. Bendinger, he's going to drive. Picks up his dribble. Oh, tough move. And it'll be a traveling violation. Picked up his feet in the process. So Tion Halbash will check in for the Wildcats. And it'll be Goodfellow and Anderson checking out as Crew Ekman and Nash Lundberg check in. Here's Reiser. Gets a double screen, but then he's double teamed. Out in the corner, 3-pointers up. No good. A miss that time from Ekman. Here's Johnson looking to go coast to coast. Fouled by Hansen. He put up a shot. And we'll see if they're going to call it on the floor or in the process. It looks like it's going to be on the floor. So Woods Cross will inbound baseline. They're going to go with box formation. And we've got a sub before we start. So Sam Bennett will check in. Wildcats going deep. Here's Smith-Meacham. Over to Johnson at the logo. Smith-Meacham up top. Handoff. Here's Halbash. Back to Smith-Meacham. Pump fakes a 3. Kick out. Halbash for 3. No good. Rebound out to Hansen. Wow. Tough fall that time. It looked a little awkward. Seems to be okay. Foul looks to go against Woods Cross. So it'll be the second foul against Bendinger. He will check out as Shepard checks in. Goodfellow back in the game. Brings it across the timeline. About a 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Goodfellow gets a screen from Reiser. A pick and pop. He's got a 2-pointer. It falls. Nice shot from Goodfellow. 11-6 our score, and the shot clock is turned off. Halbash at half court, guarded closely by Reiser. 10 seconds. Halbash putting some moves. Gets to the 3-point line, handoff Johnson. Johnson at the free throw line. Step back, Jay. Got it! Nice shot from Johnson. And the half-court heave from Alta is no good, and that is how our first quarter will finish. It's the Hawks with a 3-point lead over the home team Wildcats on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Welcome back to Woods Cross High School, where the Wildcats currently trail the Alta Hawks 11-8. The Hawks are coming into this game 5-1, with their sole loss coming to Harriman, 1-0 in region play, as mentioned in pregame with that win coming against Brighton. Woods Cross 5-0, looking to stay undefeated. Had an impressive win against Bountiful on the road just on Friday. And we have some difficulties with the clock here in the gym, looking to get that reset. So we will start over once more here in the second. It's going to be the Wildcats starting with the basketball. both stars on paper coming into tonight's contest have not been as involved as they are looking to be early on. Reiser still looking to get his first points. Bendinger's had a couple, but hasn't been overly dominant as he's been proven to be early here in this season. Johnson, cross-court pass, a double team against the Hawks. Here's a drive, and it'll be a foul against Alta as Watson was looking to take it to the rack. Foul's going to go against Goodfellow. That'll be his second, so he'll probably check out of the game, and he will. And Hayden Anderson will come in for 24. Anderson with 2 3-pointers in tonight's game, which is really the difference right now for the Hawks taking the lead. Box formation again for the Wildcats. Here's Steppen up top. Smith Meacham in the corner. Here's Watson for 3. Too strong, no good. Reiser the other direction. Dash. Back and forth. 3-pointer. Too strong. A rebound. Alta. Lundberg goes up with the right and kisses it off the glass for 2. Here's Smith Meacham up top. Handoff Johnson. Johnson for 3. Sinks it. 13-11. And it's good to see a 3-pointer drop for the home team. They've had a lot of opportunities. That's the first one they've been able to connect on. Reiser to Lundberg. Up top with Anderson. Here's Reiser. Once again, nice pass down low. Caleb, reverse layup, no good. Wildcats control. Here's Steppen. Johnson's looking to slow things down. Here's Madden. He'll move right to left. Go up with his left, leaves it short. Anderson with the rebound. Reiser, the other direction. Oh, put his moves on. Tries to kick it out to Hayden. Back over to Reiser. Steppen with some close defense. Reiser's going to drive. Kick out. A fake 3. And a drive will be hindered by a foul on a reach-in. Ekman was looking to go to the basket. And it's going to be a body foul down low. First, that'll go against Steppen. So Shepard's going to check out. Hallbash will come in. Reiser inbounds. Bounce pass right back to him. He'll take an elbow 2-pointer. No good. Anderson with an impressive rebound. A foul going to be called down low. And it looks like they're going to call that on the shot. So Caleb Anderson will be at the line for 2 free throws. First foul against Tion Hallbash. The 6'6" senior now at the charity stripe. First free throw rattles out. Anderson averaging 3.3 points per game this season. And also averaging 5 rebounds a game as well. Second one drops down. Back up to a 3-point game. Here's Johnson across the timeline, over to Steppen. Alta going back into his zone. Smith Meacham, right side. Hallbash now has it. Goes to a bounce pass past Reiser. Steppen thought about a 3. Now he'll take it and drop it. Marcus Steppen with an impressive shot from the perimeter. Ties things up here at 14. Reiser loses the ball once more. Too many turnovers for Alta here in this first half. Watson the other direction, no good. Anderson with a rebound. Here comes Ekman, going coast to coast and missing the layup that he had wide open. Wildcats lose the basketball for a moment in transition. Here's Steppen, he's going to the rack, goes up, gets it to drop, and the foul. And Woods Cross retakes the lead, 16-14. Reiser's going to head to the bench as Alta has now picked up their second team foul and second personal against Hansen. So stepping to get 3 points the old-fashioned way, can't. Strong rebound, though. Smith Meacham almost got it. Alta collects. Ekman calling out the play. Looking to get a screen from Anderson. He does. Moves off the double team. Deep two. Off back iron. Wildcats collect. Can they cash in? Johnson driving to the rack. Goes up. Misses the layup, but he's fouled. He put his head down and went to work. Couldn't get the layup to drop, but now Bannon Johnson will be at the line for 2 free throws. The 6'4" junior, averaging just under 13 points per game. Trying to make the first, and he does. Bennett's going to check back in for Woods Cross as Johnson tries to go 2 for 2. Johnson averaging 4.6 rebounds per game as well as 3.6 assists per game. So well-rounded player all around for this Wildcat squad. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. Here comes Alta the other direction. Ekman. And a high pass the other direction. Sails over his teammate's head. And that's another turnover for Alta. Woods Cross defense fired up as Ekman checks out. Reiser back in. A reminder, our clock is unofficial here on the Rewind Sports Network. So we'll try and keep it as close as possible. Johnson now across the timeline over to Smith Meacham. Here's Steppen. He'll take another three. Bang! What a shot for number 4. Lead up to 6 now for Woods Cross. Reiser trying to respond. Pass. Another 3 for Alta. It misses. Rebound. Out to Woods Cross. Larson couldn't get it to drop for the Hawks. Steppen has caught fire here in the second. Smith Meacham now up top. To Steppen. Steppen, step back 3. Johnson, he'll pump fake. Drives to the rack. Puts it up. He's fouled. Misses once more. So he'll head to the free throw line for 2. Johnson putting the work in right now as he just barrels his head down and heads to the free throw line once more. Went 1 for 2 on his last trip just moments ago. We'll see how he does on this go-around. Referee reminding these players to keep their jerseys tucked. A reminder for us all to be well organized. So here's Johnson, looking to go 2 for 3. Misses the first. He's frustrated with himself. Woods Cross is going to be up against Fremont on the road for their next contest. That'll be coming up tomorrow night. Meanwhile, it's going to be Alta heading to Las Vegas to the Tarkanian Classic. And they'll first play a team from Tennessee to start things off on the 19th through the 23rd. So Johnson goes 0 for 2 from the line. Here's Hayden Anderson. He's been quiet since his early triples for Alta. Reiser off the double team. Wide open down low. Anderson for 2. Makes it a 4-point game. Steppen for 3. Oh, thought about it for a moment. Now Johnson has it. Steppen. Cross-court pass. Hallbash. He's going to drive. Oh, and a nice pass down low for Smith Meacham on the reverse. 22-16 our score. Reiser just trying to make something. Hands off to Anderson. Anderson down low. to Caleb Anderson. He misses another layup. Hallbash tips the ball to himself in transition. Wildcats have numbers. Johnson takes it to the coast, lays it in for 2. 8-point lead for Wildcats. The student section gets loud for their home team. Reiser double teamed. Out in the corner, here's Larson. Back over to Reiser. Reiser, step back 2. Larson, down low baseline, goes up, gets it hard off the glass. Way to finish through contact, young fella. Under 2 to go now here in the first half. Johnson to Smith-Meacham. Smith-Meacham at the free throw line. Going up against that 2-3 zone. Smith-Meacham for 3. No good, but hits the top of the backboard, so that will be considered out of bounds. Hawks will have a chance to close this deficit with just about a minute and a half remaining. Caleb Anderson will check out, and it will be Brown checking in. Reiser in a one-on-one, puts up the floater, then passes it off at the last moment. Hayden Anderson, tough 2, contested, hard off the right side of the glass. Wildcats collect. Steppin to Watson. Watson to the rack, lays it off for 2. 26-18. Reiser looking to get a screen, he's double teamed. Trapped in the corner, now brings it back out. It's a one-on-one with Hallbash. He'll take it, and he'll connect. He quiets down the crowd for a moment as we're now under a minute to go here in the first half. Here's Steppen on the left side. Brings it deep. Watson in the corner, now up with Johnson. We haven't seen Bendinger for a moment, but the Wildcats have been able to take a comfortable lead here. Here's Johnson for 3. No good. Rebound. Smith-Meacham can't finish it though. Here's Reiser. Reiser trying to go coast to coast. He's picked up from behind, but right behind him is a trailing Hawk who can't finish on the layup. A miss from Brown. Here's the Wildcats. Watson, coast to coast, lays it up, but he's fouled. So Watson now going to head to the line for 2. Woods Cross, not a strong free throw shooting team. They're averaging 62% on the season. Coming into tonight's game, you had to think that was a stat they needed to improve to keep this game within their reach, but they're playing well even without it, but I miss their helps. Brings the lead up to 7 now. With under 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Watson looking to go 2 for 2. He can't. He goes 1 for 2. Ekman in transition. Handoff, 3-pointer for Alta. Books it at the end. What a shot from Lundberg. And Alta closes the deficit to 4 as we head into the break. It's the Woods Cross Wildcats leading the Alta Hawks 27-23 as we head into halftime on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. 7-23 here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Woods Cross trailed after the first quarter, but actually with Bendinger on the bench, they went to work. They drained a couple triples thanks to Marcus Steppen. Madden Johnson got things going down low in the paint, and they were able to extend a lead that they first started there in that second. Now the Hawks trying to recollect themselves here in the second half. Pass is tipped out of bounds as Reiser's just trying to get anything going. Had a couple points there in that first, but he's looking to continue his season average of 26 points per game. He's well below right now. Hansen up top, one-on-one with Johnson. Handoff to Anderson. Anderson kick out Goodfellow. Goodfellow with under 15 on the shot clock goes up and is fouled on his layup attempt. So the Hawks will be at the line for 2. The 6'2 senior, Kobe Goodfellow, is number 12 in 5A in three-pointers made this season with 16. As the first one goes in and out, he's averaging 52% from the perimeter. So you have to think if the Hawks really want to get going on the offensive side of the ball, 24 can get things cooking from downtown. He does go 1 for 2 from the line. Makes it a three-point game. Steppin's going to call things out on offense. Here's Johnson, right side. Watson, a kick out to Smith-Meacham. Steppin recollects. Double teamed. Watson pump fakes a three, but he's going to travel with the basketball. Picked up his feet just a little bit too much on that time. So an early second half turnover here for Woods Cross. Alta will inbound near sideline. Reiser's going to slow things down in the half court. The Wildcats sticking with a man defense. Hansen has it up top. Reiser cutting, going up to the brim. It's a handoff to Anderson. Ball tipped for a moment. Reiser recollects, but he's going to step out of bounds in the process. Turnover, Alta. And Dash clearly frustrated with himself with these large amounts of turnovers here in this contest. Steppin's going to bring it across. Handoff Johnson at the logo. Johnson's going to move right to left. Has it far side. Back up top to Watson. Johnson was cutting baseline. Here's Smith-Meacham up top. Guarded closely by Anderson. Johnson now in the near corner. He'll pump fake and drive. Spin move. Tough layup. No good. Hayden Anderson with the rebound. Reiser to Hansen. Hansen in the corner. Goodfellow for three. No good. Anderson with the putback opportunity. Cuts it to a one-point game. Steppin on the other end. He's going to drive. Goes up with his right hand. Leaves it short, but he's fouled. So he will head to the charity stripe for 2 free throws. It's going to go against Caleb Anderson. That's his first foul of the game. No one really in foul trouble as of now, but things very well could change as we head into the fourth later on. So Marcus Steppin misses the first of 2 opportunities. The 6-foot senior averaging 6.4 points per game on the year. And as mentioned in the first half, this is a Woods Cross team that only averages 62% from the line as Steppin goes 0 for 2. Those free throws very much becoming a factor right now in this one-point game. Goodfellow at the three-point line. Hand off to Reiser. Dash. Looking to make his run. Step back 2. Got it to go. Nice shot from Reiser, and Alta retakes the lead, 28-27. Watson, he's going to drive baseline quickly on the other end. He picks up his dribble. Tough turnaround, Jay. Overshoots. Hansen to Reiser. Almost picked off. Dash will take a 3. No good. Goodfellow with the rebound. In the corner. Anderson driving baseline. Puts the floater up and drops it. Timeout, Woods Cross. We'll take it with him as Alta now up by 3 on the Rewind Sports Network.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back to Woods Cross High School, where the Wildcats came into this third quarter with a lead that has now since gone away. It's Alta up by 3. Can the Wildcats tie things up right here or cut it to 1? Steppin up top, finds Johnson. Johnson thought about a 3, picks up his dribble. Steppin now has it. Under 20 to go on the shot clock. Steppen looking to make a move. Reiser guarded closely. Steppen, he'll take a three. Too strong. Anderson with the rebound. Reiser now. He's going to try and go all the way. He'll take the left elbow jumper. Leaves it short. Bendinger with the rebound. Elliott hasn't gotten going quite yet here in this game. Here's Steppen coming off of that three-point miss. Down low, Bendinger. Bendinger on a 1v2. Wins it. And way to bring himself back into this game as he cuts it to one. Reiser at the logo. Over to Hansen. Out to Anderson. Hayden. Out to Reiser. Reiser's going to drive. Hand off Caleb. Caleb up. He misses, but he's fouled on his layup shot. So that will be the second foul. That's going to go against Tion Hallbash. As Caleb back at the line. First one, drops it. 2-point game once more. Anderson's going to check out as Nash Lundberg comes in. He drained a triple right before the first half expired. Anderson goes 1 for 2. Steppen will bring it across the timeline. Hallbash picks up his dribble. Finds Smith Meacham back over to Steppen. Here's Bendinger. Bendinger's going to drive. It's a 1v1. Goes underneath the defender and is fouled on his layup opportunity, so now he'll head to the charity stripe for 2. So Lundberg will pick up his first foul, and Elliott's now going to head to the line for 2. He is shooting 63% on the season, averaging over 6.5 rebounds per game. He's shooting 40% from downtown. And as mentioned in pregame, he's averaging over 16 points per game. And now you're just starting to see him get involved as he makes his first free throw opportunity. Watson's going to come in to Steppen checks out. Bendinger goes 2 for 2. That ties things up at 31. Reiser against Hallbash. He's got a screen waiting for him in Anderson. He won't take it. Hands off Goodfellow. Goodfellow for 3. Drills it! And if you want to knock down sales like he just knocked down that three-pointer, get trained by Door to Door Millionaire. For more info, go to d2dmillionaire.com. Alta back up by 3. Smith Meacham, top of the key. Hand off Johnson. Johnson in a one-on-one picks up his dribble at the right elbow. Hand off Watson. Watson's going to take it. Spin around. Out to Bendinger for 3. Can't respond. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson trying to go back up and he's fouled. We're going to say it's on the floor, not on the shot. So they're going to inbound baseline. Johnson finds Watson. Now here's Smith Meacham. Up top with Bendinger. Now back with Madden. Madden's going to set it up. Calls off Hallbash, who now has it on the left side. Bendinger down low. Out to Johnson for 3. Got it to go. Nothing but net. And Woods Cross ties it back up at 34. Here's Reiser at the logo. Takes a sidestep 3. Connects. Reiser now getting heated. Back-to-back triples for both of these squads going back and forth. Alta back up by 3. Johnson over to Hallbash. Now Watson. Smith Meacham top of the key. Ball just finding its way around the perimeter. Johnson trying to respond once more. Can't get it. Caleb with the rebound. Dash. Looking to dash. Pick and pop jumper. And he's on fire right now. They cannot stop 14. He's getting cooking. 39-34 our score. Just about a minute to go here in the third quarter. Handoff Johnson. He'll take a three. Responds once more. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him as Woods Cross cuts it to 2 with a minute to go on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. We're back at Woods Cross High School. The Wildcats have just cut it to 2 with a minute to go in the third quarter. Madden Johnson and Dash Reiser going back and forth in this third quarter. As Reiser looking to extend a lead they have retaken in the third. And Johnson trying to keep it close and take back the lead that they had in the second. Alta will have the basketball. Coming off of that Johnson make. Dash to Goodfellow. Handoff Reiser. Reiser moving left. There's that double team in the corner. He's trapped, and he's going to step out of bounds. Another turnover for Reiser. And stoppage of time real quick as Reiser's going to check out and Hansen will check in. So here we go. Step in up top to Smith Meacham at the right elbow. Smith Meacham. And they're going to say a foul will be called against the defense. It's going to go against Caleb Anderson. So that'll be his second foul. 14 foul against Alta. Something to watch. Now about a little less than a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Smith Meacham down low. Turn around jumper. Falls short. Ekman. Pass to Anderson. And it's tipped out of bounds, but it'll stay here with Alta. Reiser back in the game for the Hawks as Goodfellow. Actually, no. Now it's going to be Hansen checking back out. Luca Robinson looks to be coming in as well. And a timeout is going to be called. We'll stay right here. It is a 30-second timeout. So as mentioned before, Woods Cross will be playing on the road at Fremont tomorrow night to follow up tonight's contest. They're looking to stay undefeated. After playing the Silver Wolves, they'll then play host to Weber and Ridgeline on the 19th, and then after the holiday break on the 27th. Then they'll finish off December with a home game against Logan, and then Layton on December 31st before they start region play once more on January 6th against Skyline here at home. So after that road game against Fremont, they're staying here for a long time. And for Alta, they'll next play Southwind from Memphis, Tennessee in their first game of the Tarkanian Classic on the 19th of December before playing 3 more games on the 20th through the 23rd before playing their first region game again against Viewmont on the 7th of January. So a late sub after confusion as Watson will check out. A reminder, Luca Robinson in for the first time tonight for the Wildcats. Goodfellow to Reiser. Reiser looking to get a screen. His screen backs off. It's a 1v1. He'll take a 3. Oh my goodness, he can't miss. 42-37. Here's Johnson. Almost picked off for a moment. He's losing his dribble. Step back 3 to respond. Short. Bendinger. Can't get the floater. And that will do it as we end the third. It's Alta now up by 5 thanks to Dash Reiser heating up from downtown. We're back at Woods Cross High School as the Wildcats trail the Alta Hawks 42-37 thanks to Dash Reiser coming out of nowhere in that third, and he's going to try and come back and get that season average, averaging over 26 points per game on the year. And that third quarter alone is going to help him get there, at least make some momentum to get there. So Wildcats will start with the basketball. They had a lead at halftime, and they saw that dwindle away. Madden Johnson is able to try and keep it close. Well, he's looking for some help here in the fourth. There's Steppen. Handoff to Johnson. Watson up top. He's going to take it himself. Picks up that dribble. Kick out. Steppen. Steppen's going to reset. Johnson now has it. Right side. Johnson's going to move. Tough fadeaway jumper. Rattles out. Smith Beecham trying to get that rebound. Goodfellow tips it back into Anderson. What a move by the guard. And it sails through the hands of Ekman in transition. And that'll stop the momentum right there. Here come the Wildcats to try and respond. Over to Smith Meacham. Back up with Steppen. Marcus gets a screen from Bendinger. He's going to drive to the basket. Go up for two. He's fouled. And he'll head to the line for 2 free throws. He went 0 for 2 on his last trip, so he'll try and make up for what he couldn't do on the last go-around. Steppen averaging 6.4 points per game. And drains the first. Now looking to go 2 for 2. And 2 for 4 on the night. He does. Reiser is going to slow things down. He got cooking there in the third. It's a one-on-one with Steppen. He's going to dribble, go baseline. Tough jumper. Oh my goodness. What a shot from Reiser. Lead back up to 5. It was only a matter of time before he got cooking. But the chef is in the kitchen. Bendinger at the free throw line. One-on-one with Anderson. Oh, tough spin move, but he leaves it short off the left side. Here's Reiser, the other direction. Goodfellow now has it. And he's guarded closely by Watson. Hand off Anderson in the corner, back over to Reiser. Dash, under 15 to go with the shot clock. Loses the basketball, and a foul is going to be called against the defense. That looks to go against Johnson. Student section voicing their disapproval. Reiser collects the inbound pass. Looking to get a screen, and he's double teamed off of it. Over to Goodfellow for a deep three. Bang! What a shot for the Hawks. 47-39. Lead blows up to 8. Johnson now, far side. Finds Watson top of the key. Steppen thought about a 3 for a moment. Now he's going to back things up. Bendinger drives to the rack. Kicks out. Smith Meacham. Back over to Steppen. Cross-court pass. Watson for 3. No good. Johnson with the rebound. Put back. Down. 47-41 with under 6 to go here in the fourth. Reiser, the other way, loses the ball for a moment. Ekman, he's going to drive. Hand off Anderson. Caleb, up for 2. 49-41. Smith Meacham, driving baseline, kisses it off the glass to answer. Reiser to Goodfellow. Ball is tipped. Oh, and they're going to call a foul on that defensive play. So that'll be 3 free throw shots for Goodfellow. First free throw up and in. And Watson talking with the ref that called it. And obviously they're going to disagree on that one. That'll be Watson's second as the second free throw drops. Hansen will check in as Anderson comes out. And Goodfellow, an impressive 3 for 3 from the line. That blows up the lead, 2-9. Here's Smith Meacham, top of the key to Steppen. Halfway through the fourth right here. Johnson, guarded by Reiser, back over to Steppen. Steppen thought about a step back three, now it's Watson. Ball's tipped around, Steppen recollects. Out in the corner, Smith Meacham to Johnson. Johnson's got to go, goes up with his left, and he's fouled on that free throw, on the layup opportunity. And he'll head back to the free throw line, and this will be critical. Number one's had a hard time from the charity stripe. 2 free throws could go a long way right here. Can cut it to 7. Woods Cross trying to stay undefeated on the year. And the first free throw misses. And Madden clearly frustrated. Goes 1 for 2. Here's Goodfellow across the logo. Handoff Hansen. Finds Reiser, almost picked up by Steppen for 3. No good. But a rebound out to Ekman. Reiser will slow things down in the half court. Handoff Goodfellow, wide open for 3. No good. Bendinger, tough rebound. Handoff Johnson at the logo. Bendinger now has it. Johnson driving. Brings it back out. He'll take a 3. No good. Smith Meacham, put back. Too strong. Steppen gets another rebound. Watson pump fakes a 3. Spin move. Turn around Jay. Leaves it short. Hansen with the rebound. Hansen out to, Henderson for 3. What a shot. And Alta now with a double-digit lead at 55-44. 2.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Alta looking to run away with this one. We're back at Woods Cross High School. Alta putting on a very impressive second half here as they lead at 55-44, and things have gotten hot from the perimeter for the Hawks. Coming off of that last 3 from Hayden Anderson, his third three-pointer of the game. Wildcats are going to have to come up with something, and something quick. Johnson across the timeline to Smith Meacham. Johnson for 3, fouled. So he'll head to the free throw line for 3, and once again, These opportunities are crucial. So that'll be the second foul against Ekman, third team foul against Alta. So 2 more will put Woods Cross in the bonus. First free throw. And rattles out. Hit just about every part of the iron, but couldn't find the inside. Second one, rattles in. Cuts it down to 10. Hallbash will check in for Watson. Johnson goes 1 for 3. There's Reiser the other direction. And ball is tipped. It's stolen. Here's Steppen. Coast to coast. Layup for 2. Timeout called by Woods Cross. And we will take it with them as they currently trail by 8 with 2:07 to go. We are back with 2:07 to go between Alta and Woods Cross as the Hawks lead it by 8 with just 2 minutes to go. Hawks with the basketball as the Wildcats will now put on some full court press. Ball stolen, and for a moment Steppen trying to get it to Johnson, but Johnson's going to foul hard against Ekman. So that will be his second, third team foul. Alta will try once more. Goodfellow to Hansen. Hansen crosses the timeline, finds Hayden Anderson, and he'll slow things down. Ekman up top. Ekman's going to drive. Kick out. Anderson for 3. No good. Bendinger with the rebound. Elliott. It gets picked off. Ekman has it. Now Smith Meacham has it. 2-pointer good. Another timeout called by Woods Cross. Looks to be a half, so we'll keep it here. Actually, it will be converted to a full timeout, but we'll still stay here with you as both of these teams will sit down and converge on their game plan. So Woods Cross in the preseason was picked to finish 4th in Region 6. Alta picked to finish 3rd, so both of these teams neck and neck. Olympus and Highland picked to finish 1st and 2nd, and both of those two teams facing off tonight as well. After Alta and Woods Cross, it was Viewmont picked to finish 5th, followed by Bountiful, Brighton, and Skyline to trail us off. On the season, Woods Cross averaging 59.4 points per game, so held right now under their season average, but it's the same thing with the Hawks. Alta averaging almost 70 points per game at 68.5, and right now they're only at 55. Both of these teams really close when it comes to season statistics, but that free throw percentage is really the difference right now between these two squads. And it looked to be that way from the first half onward. Alta will inbound baseline with 1:30 to go. Currently up by 8. Reiser finds Goodfellow. Back over to Reiser. Back to Goodfellow. Goodfellow weaving his way past defenders. And Ekman's got it. Stumbles for a moment. And hands off to Hansen. Here's Hansen. Kick out Ekman. Goodfellow thought about a 3. Now out to Hayden. Back over to Ekman. Under 15 to go on the shot clock. Reiser. Double teamed. He's got to get it out. Goodfellow for 3. Barbecue sauce! What a shot for 24! 58-47. Excuse me, 58-49. Out to Johnson to respond. No good. Bendinger with the rebound. And a foul looks like it's going to be called down low. Fourth team foul against Alta. Woods Cross going to inbound baseline. Johnson trying to find somebody. He finds Smith Meacham. Handoff Johnson. Johnson's going to drive. Layup. Good. Here's Goodfellow in the corner. And he's waving his way. Now he's fouled. That will be the fourth team foul against Woods Cross. Goodfellow looking to get this ball in. Finds Hansen underneath the basket, and there's the fifth foul. So that will send Hansen to the free throw line for 2, as his team currently leads by 7.
Stepping to the line, shooting team for the Alta Hawks, number 22, Colin Hansen.
Big free throws right here for 22. First one up, and good. He goes 2 for 2. Big time free throws for Hansen as Ekman will check out and Lundberg comes in. Here come the Wildcats the other way. Johnson pops it for 3. No good. Smith Meacham trying to save it. And it's going to be a foul against Alta. And Lundberg is stunned. So Smith Meacham will be at the line for 2. It would take an absolute miracle now for the Wildcats to come out here with a win. First free throw, no good. And the free throw woes continue. So if it stands as it does right now, Woods Cross will fall to 5-1 on the season, 1-1 in region play. And Alta moving to 6-1 on the year and 2-0 in region play. Reiser looking to inbound. Finds Lundberg. Lundberg down low. Anderson slams it home for 2. And what a finish for the Alta Hawks. Step in to Hallbash. And that will do it for this game. The Hawks coming to Woods Cross and come out with a win. 62-52 your final. Thanks to a great offensive performance in that second half from Dash Reiser and Kobe Goodfellow. The seniors put on a show, and Kobe really showed us he could drill it from downtown. As mentioned, Woods Cross now falls to 5-1 on the year, and Alta moving to 6-1, 2-0 in region play. This has been another edition of the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight, and have a safe and happy holiday.